go by Kaori Nik. I developed that as an artist name. Kaori is Japanese for essence, fragrance, or aroma, and Nik stands from Nicole. And actually, Kaori was the name of my fashion line when I wanted to study fashion, and I had all my designs ready, like that was gonna be my name, and I was all like, yeah. But I followed it up on Facebook, and it was weird because one day I was trying to re-enter Facebook as Nik Truth, which was my little cute name back in the day, and it wouldn't accept me. It told me that I was lying about my name. And so I started doing different variations, and Kaori Nik is the only one that was actually accepted. So oddly enough, that's how Kaori Nik came about. Nevertheless, I am a Chicago-based visual artist. I'm a makeup artist, hairstylist, and creative director. I also dabble in photography and film as well. And I kind of want to open it up for a conversation a little bit, a little dialogue up in here. So I'm just going to give you a little rundown of my basics and then take any questions that you guys may have. I started doing makeup in 2009 when I graduated from school. My original passion is for hair. Natural hair, hair care, things of that nature. I started doing hair in 16 when I was in high school. It was really just a hustle. But from there, I was like, if I want to do this, I have to commit. I have to go to school, the whole nine. So shortly after high school, I decided I wanted to transition to the trade school, so I got my little certification. Once that was done, I really excelled in makeup. Naturally. It wasn't something that I wanted to do. It wasn't something I was passionate about. I really didn't even wear makeup like that, but it was something that I gravitated towards due to the color principle behind it. And since I had an artist background already, it kind of just flowed. When I started out in the market of hair and makeup in Chicago, it was just the market. The market said, you need to do makeup. That's how you're gonna survive. So immediately I took some makeup classes and excelled and advanced in those skills. In the past 4 years, I've been doing makeup pretty steadily. The past 3 years, I've been trying to integrate it with the visual arts. I really took a liking to the fine arts, photography, painting, things of that nature. So just trying to mesh that with the beauty industry is fairly difficult. You think it was easy, but it's not. Because fashion and beauty is about selling, it's very commercial, we're about the dollars. And fine art is way more deep. It's deep and it's way more expensive. So to mesh them together and try to entertain both audiences was definitely a challenge. But I was successful and it's all going well. I actually had a great chance to work with Mr. Bradley on an exhibition in 2011 that was really successful. We had a really good turnout. It was a whole exhibition of art with me collaborating with different artists, different photographers, models, things of that nature. And I'm actually working on another one that is launching October 18th. So I'm very excited. I've got a lip line coming out that I've created from scratch that I'll be launching as well. So it's a lot going on, but when I first got the email from Mr. Nick Brown, thank you for the invite.
And Mike Webb.
Right. He told me to speak about what inspires me. And I know we can all go on and on and on about what inspires us, and I don't mean to be cheesy, but I have to say my number one inspiration and what keeps me going is that lady back there. That is my mom, and my mom has been the true definition of follow through. It's not enough to want it, whatever your it is. You have to follow through, you have to be determined, you have to be relentless about your dreams, and if you're not, it's really just gonna be a want. It's gonna be something cute to talk about. So I wanted it to be more than that. I had to go to school and apply myself and remain dedicated every day to my craft. So I've been trying to stay steady, and it's been really, really paying off. So I'm excited about it. So if you guys have any questions, I'd love to open up the floor to you. No?
What's your upcoming exhibition about?
Oh, I'm so excited. So I've been really inspired by sci-fi films. I'm scared. I don't like it at all. I don't like aliens. I don't like anything creepy. I don't like blood. I don't like gore. But as a makeup artist, it challenged me to do prosthetics on models, add different things, do things that made me really uncomfortable. Ball caps, things like that. I was really inspired by that. So I wanted to do a collection of photos on models, just showcasing that sci-fi inspired beauty. So it's still pretty, but it's creepy. It's like good creepy. So that's the artwork that will be displayed on the 18th.
So you do costume as well.
You know, I wouldn't say officially, I haven't taken any like official classes, but it's something that I've dabbled in like on my own. So, but it's definitely a challenge, like, you know, adding fake noses or, you know, making things, you know, different illusions to the face and to the body. And I just find it very beautiful. Like, I really enjoyed this collection of art, so I hope that people really enjoy it. And it's also mimicking the packaging of my makeup line, because it's very spacey and sci-fi. And I just think it's hilarious that something that my dad played all the time, you know, like X-Files and things like that, that scared me to death, I'm now using as inspiration for my art. So it's crazy.
What's your creative process like? Gives a little insight.
Ooh. Do you have like for something in particular?
No? Just,
My creative process. Well, if I'm working on a client, I'm doing hair, my inspiration is whatever they tell me. You know what I'm saying? And some people bring me some of the craziest pictures. They'll come in with this amount of hair and bring in a picture of Beyonce.
how about something a bit more original?
I would have to say probably the visual art thing, the photos. And that process honestly starts from just my regular day-to-day, watching movies, you know, anything that moves me at the time. I had a project called Project Black back in 2009. And I was really inspired just by the feeling of wanting to be free and being addicted to that feeling of just doing whatever I wanted to do. So at that time, that inspired the art then. And then the model art collection, it was really inspired by collaboration. I feel like in Chicago, it's so hard for artists to do things together, like nice, like play nice. It just doesn't happen here, especially if we're in the same realm. Like me as the makeup artist couldn't collaborate with another makeup artist and have it be no beef. And I thought that was whack. So I wanted to get a group of people together where we can do work and it can be beautiful and we can share it together and take, you know, pride in it. So that's what inspired that one. And then individually, with the actual artwork was based on different art eras, which was from a class I was taking in community college at the time. So I was like inspired by all these new different eras of art that I was learning.
Now, do you plan on staying based in Chicago, or do you plan to grow into other cities?
As far as being stationed in Chicago, it was a process because I wasn't sure, because you don't. What I'm trying to do isn't popular here yet. The art industry is very urban here. It's either urban or it's commercial, but you don't find a lot of editorial or conceptual art, stuff that makes you think real hard. You know what I'm saying? We're just not into it. But if it's urban, it's like, oh, okay, we down. You know, but I feel like if there's no one here to start it, it won't ever be here. You know, and I have a really good following here, so I do plan on being based in Chicago for a little bit. But I don't see anything wrong with, you know, expansion as long as my home base is here. My mom is never leaving Chicago, so I really don't have a choice.
Have you ever tried to collaborate with anyone else outside of Illinois?
I'm stretching right now. I stretched out to New York a little bit. I have some connections in Cali. I want to say Atlanta, but I'm not really sure. I'm not sure about the market there. I gotta do more research on that one. But New York, definitely. Atlanta, definitely. I've got some people out in Germany and Puerto Rico. So I really want to get international. Like, that's my ultimate dream. I want to be up in France. Yes.
What's your specialty, your niche? I guess, like, if somebody gave you like 5 or 6 models and they told you to do makeup and hair, what would they look like?
Oh gosh, it depends on the day. It depends on how I'm feeling. I really like conceptual art, something that makes you think, whether it's removing all their eyes off all of them and all they have is nose and mouth. What does that say to you? You know what I'm saying? Or making them all have bald caps. Just something that's still pretty, because I know like if it's not pretty, people are like, ooh, it's not pretty. But if I can find a way to mesh a message with the beauty piece, that's what I like to do. That's what I would focus on. Because I mean, doing commercial art in Chicago is pretty common, you know what I'm saying? I can make a girl look pretty, we can all do weddings, we can do those basic things, but to really stretch your imagination is what I love. Mm-hmm.
I know Chicago, one thing I learned about it is it has a great theater scene. Have you ever thought about dabbling in, stage makeup or things like that?
I heard it's a lot of coins.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I would love to stretch out. I actually have a friend who does theater. She's a really good actress. Her name is Marilyn Camacho. And I should really talk to her. You just brought that back up to me. But it really is a good way to stretch out and do those prosthetics and theater period pieces and stuff like that. I would love to expand into that.
Yeah, places like Looking Glass Theater, they have